in Scottish international cricket. Opening ball as well. Opens up beautifully through cover. Be the first boundary of the afternoon, Scotland. And that's a lovely way to get off the tickler off the leg side. And that is going to race away. Walked away. That's over the head of Joe and all the way to the boundary. Beautifully again, we saw one. And the last over, he just stood and cracked it through. That's a Davidson and off the legs again. There's no way Mackenzie Jones can do anything about that. The boundary it goes.
Well, he's following him.
It's in. Castle is underneath it. What's the catch? It'd been in fine form, stroking the boundary, goes, and again he falls. Davidson. And again, good fielding from Scotland. As the Scottish captain, he brought up Charlie Castle. Take high in the air. That's a good take.
Jake ended up round.
It was a chase for Jim. It was a chase in vain. That's gone a long, long way. And in a hurry. That is an absolute over six.
With Max O'Dowd back in, just got underneath that one. McMullen not getting his leg side at the moment. That's why it is the short side now with the wind. Be disciplined when that is the case.
It's in, and it's the first ball. Beautifully done. Simply just up in the air, and he's been effective with his man outer. Is gone for three.
He was trying to go with the wind, but he just didn't get enough on it. George Munsey, what I love about that, you know what?
Castle, that's clipped. It's taken by Matt Cross. It will go all the way through for four. That's opened up. There's the cut. And there's going to be a chase.
Catches.
And he's been taken away. That is it. And that is all. So wonderful six.
It out the changes to boundary dimensions and
bounces off this away. There might be a second in this throw as well. Game of the match. The wickets are both in.
Flying everywhere.
That has absolute mile. Brilliant hits from the 100 up for the Netherlands.
That has gone way down.
Backward circle. Neither of them going to be involved. It's again go. And Michael Lee sees high over his head. It's the second innings. That's high. It's long. Way, way over. Long on. Well cleared. And they are finding their rhythm. In the air. But it's all. And it's another boundary. And they're along nicely.
Use that leg side.
There's an appeal. Scotland made the break, so, and the skipper Scott Edwards of 31, LBW Charlie Castle, and that's a good break.
Well, they absolutely up this partnership, and you see there Scott Edwards was using the crept outside.
Jones in again. Behind, and he may as well walk to be taken by Matt Cross and by Mackenzie Jones.
International debut, and here he again in the T20 international debut. And he got so early, dear where it was going.
That's going to be hooked away. It was high, the attempted bouncer. That's another six for the net. Thrashed right back down the ground. Let's take it four. From Mackenzie Jones, he had the high and the low taken to the boundary on it. Moved the field around to the gully area and opened up a little bit. Fielders out there, and that's a misfield. And that is a mistake from Scotland, and you can Castle not too impressed with himself as the boundary breached. That was Tim. Aye. And how about that? George Munsey out on the boundary. Sensational stuff. I don't think the Dutch.
Munsey out on the boundary. Does get the wicket. As suspected, he goes for the big. That is absolute.
Jones has been brought up. It's high, in way across, the catch. Again, well, a man of balance and a great pair of hands. And George Munsey, it's Davidson, takes the wicket. He's lofted. And he's lofted it, have long on. And it's a beautiful to perfection applause from as the Netherlands move on to 100. McMillan in again. Off the side of the bat, the catch is called for, is made. And again, get a catch. Nice of row of Van der Merwe.
Again hitting into the wind. Charlie Castle along underneath that one.
With vim and vigour and dispatch with exactly the same. Dispatch that, it's too high and there's no way from there. It's a wonderful 6. Netherlands keep that scoreboard. Final ball. It's long and it's back-to-back boundaries for the 6th way to finish for 7, and that's just a beautiful round.
Just Charlie down through all of those scores. About Levitt, in. It looked like it might have been in all used by. It was a pretty hard day for them. Davidson, Greaves.
To open the bowling, George Munsey in Scotland play off the mark.
Yet they have Mark Watt doing George Munsey, and in this T20 series squad don't despair.
It's cut up and find its way to the bound. It's these little moments they're going to have to go if they're going to chase down this. Well, and Scotland are in trouble here. Watt is run out. Single, really a step to go for safety first. End of Mark Watt, he's run out his iron.
When you've got a new top, the communication, and that would work from Michael Levitt. The dub, there's a bit of roll off Van der Merwe about.
Such a big score, you want to pick off the single. They can't take a risk, that is broke through.
Do with a few of those.
Is he in the... Well, he's hooked that, and it'll go right for 4. With a heron with a flamingo, but he got them.
He was trying to play.
Edinburgh phrase. That's in the air. And they're going to try and buy the running track in the school.
Raised.
Again, 2 Scotland players will be requiring it. On the ground. And it has been a very expensive to Vikram Singh, who finds himself for the 3rd time. Gets smacked again the ground, and the Dutch didn't come. Well, it's an expensive leg, but still not protecting. Where that is just smashed over. There's no mid-off there. You would be correct. And he gets popped away for 4.
No.
Sweep. It's deep. There's a man down there.
Well, we'll just have another look at it if there's a decision made. Or oh boy, it's Arian Dutt out there, isn't it? And
100 runs. As that's nicely away. That's McMillan sweeps it straight down the ground and ups. That's beautiful into it.
Favourite batters, forget it. It's one of my favourite batters to watch. It's so easy.
On the ground again. It's not been taken cleanly and it's been thrown. That is going to be 50. 77. That has been launched, but there's a man up. And that hit, and it's well taken by Noah. And the skipper is gone.
It would have been easily if he'd been at the other end. But instead, make sure of it. T20 international cricket.
Opens up, it was over the head. And races on.
In the top classer this season.
That's Harfielder took one look at it and realised it fell away. And that's a lovely McCree.
It's something he told me he's getting going earlier. Boy, oh boy.
McMullen hits his 50.
Yeah, important 50. Brandon McMullen takes him deliveries to get there. That's exactly what's him today. They need him to keep going as well. 5 overs in the top classer.
It's launched long. There, it's a simple catch. And the Dutch take the wicket they were looking, having reached the half-century. Crows.
We've done exactly what Richie... Going boundary. And no, again, just has to stand there. So,
that's long, and Max O'Dowd watches it. Wonderful.
Area around long off wicket and in between this part of the ground in that.
That's an interesting shout. He's gone. Perfect it was. That's wicket.
The way it almost looks in delivery. It's quite simple, very difficult.
Swept that one away. Off the legs. There it is. One day. A hammer, that one. That is an upsetter. There wasn't a lot. It was always going to cross the rope without. And it's a second chase this to the boundary. Strikes that. He found the gap he has. That is a full cover drive.
Sold his.
Well, you can write 6 before. That is an absolute cracker. No glass was hurt in the making of surprise.
So tight, but moved across. Able to
cut. And he comes again. He's gone for it. A monster. Hammered that one through and short over mid
contribution.
Right up to 13 and over. That one is exactly what Scotland needed to start the boundary. That's a catch away to mid-off. I'm saying. Immediately got to take the single. Through for 4. Well, it was 2. Just
they had a bend.
Comes down, gets that away. Beautiful drive through extra cut at least. And he is going to try and send that back. Crows. Well, that's the third catch he's taken out there.
Into the wind. He's the only batter who's been able to clip there. Everyone else.
Absolutely hammers that. In bizarre 4, he has hit 5 sixes. That's the first 4 that he's picked up.
Highest they've ever chased.
Hammers that. O'Dowd is under it at Scotland's hopes. The Netherlands is probably game.
But he had to keep going. The scoreboard, but unfortunately for Lees, Matt's also there.
It's tremendous. Foot forward, hammered in.
And that was out. That could almost off.
Turned round the corner, lazy single for Scotland. Put him out. They do so. I think Mackenzie Jones thought they had it up there, but he's actually knocked, and he is run out. Scotland in their chase. Jones run out for 9 for Scotland, and again the job done as they want. Is run out by Levitt. Communication, and really then Scotland series of wickets and never really got to. We're going to push on and see how it goes. Some tidy bowling. The Netherlands by Michael Levitt. Abel Edwards with his best score of the series, 31 off 21 balls. Klein